It was in the night of 15th, 16th November 1990 that our two sisters, Sylvia D'Souza, FSMA, 45 years, and Priya, FSMA, 35 years, belonging to the Institute of the Franciscan Sisters of St. Mary of the Angels, were done away with in a cold-blooded murder. They were serving as house parents to the homeless street children in Snehasadan, house number 4 at Jogeshwari East. Both were found in a pool of blood in the morning on 16th November. It was an utter shock to us, the 24 boys of the house, to FSMA Institute, and to the people of Mumbai as we received the deplorable news of the brutal murder of the two sisters. It seemed a professional job because there were no spilling of blood or other clues that could be found, and to date, even after 31 years, it still remains a mystery as to the who and the why. Shocks after shocks were piled up when the media resorted to character assassination with the headlines like Sex Nuns Murder, Sex Nuns Venereal Disease. It was like a murder upon murder. It went on for weeks. We, the provincial team, and our sisters were the few lone voices that kept repeating that it was false, distorted, but there seemed to have been a deliberate attempt to quell the truth for whose benefit we are ignorant of. Together with the director, we approached few Catholic lawyers and doctors, but all seemed to have been thrown into confusion with the malicious and distorted newspaper reports which were published before we could even get the post-mortem reports. But on our visit to the police commissioner's office, the treatment we received was another shock, and we lost our trust in them. We approached our church authorities with high expectations, but alas, it was equally frustrating. For me personally, I felt there was no point in going to the church authorities for any help in this matter. When I needed most, I did not get it. Then I had no hope that I will have any more help either. I felt that I don't have to belong to a church. If my church can give me when I need it most, I did not get the support, or what should I say, I don't know. When I did not get it, I felt I found support with others who are willing and with who entered into our lives, offered help, support. Not that they had all the answers to anything, but that very willingness gave us new life and new hope. We got most support from people of other faiths who were total strangers to us. A Hindu lawyer volunteered to take up the case. Dr. Amar and Vibhuti Patel, with the backing of the College of Social Work and Sister Hazel DeLima, formed a team to conduct a thorough, independent investigation. And then we published 2 booklets. That was, one was Will Truth Prevail and Solidarity for Justice. This they did at the cost of serious threat to their own lives. They too were disappointed with the response of the church. It was like no church support, no Catholic lawyers, no Catholic doctors, and we were just nobodies, serving the nobodies, and had to face a kind of nobody's child sort of attitude. So we had to fend for ourselves. For a lawyer, for a doctor, even to go to the coroner's court, we went ourselves. I look at religious life in a different way. And it is here that I found that religious life is worth living. And so, my perspective of religious life is different. I still say over institutionalization has taken us away from what we are really called for.